while I pop a bottle off of ya. Chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Bitch, I'm always at the guala, yeah, and you are not badass beat. Keep on going till you hit the spot. Whoa, I'm a big bag hunter with the.
They live a young man who grew tall and tall, a 5-year-old boy. His friends often exercised, not only short, the young man was also stooped, because he was often called a hunchback, even though he was short and stooped. He was an intelligent young man. His strength was strong, and he could treat the sick, also the legend in helping his parents. Not only his parents, he is also ready to help anyone who needs his help. So many people are happy for him in the village. Where the hunchback lived, there was a rich man named Skipper Ali. But one time, Master Ali's son got strangely sick because of the action of the genie. Master Ali has found smart people to treat his daughter here and there, from healers to shamans who come to treat their children. But no one has succeeded in treating him other than treating Ali's Skipper's son, because the disease always comes at night when I scream while crying. Cursing both parents often throw anything that is near while designing erratically.
What kind of food is this? It better throw it away.
Raving about because the girl's body was getting thinner and weaker, seeing the condition of his son Ali's boss was getting confused. After thinking for a moment, Skipper Ali got the idea to make a contest for all the people in his village. He immediately announced his competition in front of the villagers.
If it an old man, I will give him a gift of the part of my garden. But if he is a young man, I will give half of my work, and I will marry my son.
Hearing the tantalizing competition, the villagers immediately prepared themselves by looking for various ingredients to treat the skipper's daughter Ali. They were very enthusiastic to win the competition, join the contest. But he is reluctant to follow him.
Bujang, are you not tempted by the gift? Besides, you thought be marrying it, you are old enough to get married. Because of this gift, I got with mom. What's wrong with those gifts? I treat people who don't expect a gift from me, but I want to treat people who are only for good sake. But it is done. But if you have people and often true, I see if there are one else to treat me.
Hearing his explanation, the single mother remained silent. She understood the nature of her son, who never asked for an imbalance when treating others. Meanwhile, it was almost 6 months after many people tried to treat the son of Skipper Ali, but the girl who could cure her daughter's illness heard the news. Go to Skipper Ali's house.
Hey, you long tip, you didn't come here anywhere.
Yes, my boss. I was hurting goods and cover work. After all, my mother alone at home.
What do you mean by coming here? Can I help you?
This is owner of this area. He wants to help treat the owner's son.
After they talked with Skipper Ali, they went home. On the way his house, his friends asked,
Never mind. The important thing is the doctor of Skipper Ali is present.
Oh yes, tomorrow please deliver the medicine to Skipper Ali.
In the afternoon, the hunchback went to a place not far from his house. Not long after, he returned with a few leaves and roots to the house. The leaves and roots he cooked in a pansy with water until it boiled. After boiling, he squeezed it out and put it in a jug. Then the bachelor recited prayers all night long until dawn. The next morning, the bachelor arrived at his friend's house to take his homemade fruit. The bachelor hopes his friends will go to Skipper's Alley house soon. After delivering the ingredients to Skipper Ali also gave the potion to his son. Unexpectedly, his daughter immediately woke up from his daydream.
What happened to me, Dad?
You have been sick for months, son.
After drinking the potion from the bachelor for several days, the whole of Skipper's Alley daughter gradually returned to normal. Even before the water in the jug ran out, the skipper's son was back to normal as before. His body gradually filled again. Seeing the progress of his son, Skipper Ali remembered the prize of the contest that had been promised, so he called the bachelor friends who had treated his daughter.
According to my promise, I will give some of my wealth to the person who is hurt. My son, I will also want to marry him when he is a young man. Are you willing, young man?
But Skipper,
Never mind, don't hesitate. Let's just hold the wedding party.
While Skipper Ali was happy, the bachelor friends was confused. He couldn't understand the attitude of the bachelor who didn't want to admit that he had actually treated the son of Skipper Ali because he didn't want to lie. A few days before the wedding, he told everything to Skipper Ali and his daughter.
I'm sorry, boss. It's not that I don't want to, but give and marriage with the boss daughter is not my right. Is the bachelor one has the right to be single? I just feel that I don't deserve to be always Ali, so I in love.
Hear the explanation of the hunchback bachelor friends. Skipper Ali then asked him to call the hunchback bachelor. The young man rushed to pick up the bachelor and took him to the Skipper Ali house.
Bujang, is true what your friend said that you have with my son?
Yes, you're right, boss. But I don't think it's appropriate to be seen by him with to boss daughter.
Hearing the explanation of the hunchback bachelor, Skipper Ali then called his daughter.
Princess, come here.
Then he asked his son if he wanted to marry a hunchback. It turned out that his son wanted to marry a hunchback bachelor.
Did you hear, Jang? My daughter is willing to marry you, son. We will darken the wedding party.
The news that the hunchback boy who actually treated the white boss Ali and he married his daughter surprised the villagers. All of them were amazed by the humility of the hunchbacked boy. Meanwhile, the hunchbacked bachelor was getting more and more liked and respected in the community. Hunchbacked bachelor.